Okay, so let's review a few things. On Friday, you were supposed to take a CFA. So it was not ScoopPad, it was a CFA. So if you got on, for some reason, Canvas, the assignment showed up for some of you and not others, so I also posted it in Seesaw. So there's really should be no reason for you not to have done that CFA. It's in Go Formative. You did it with Mr. Jones before. We're going to be using it more often. So you should have already had an account. You're signed in using your Google, and then it's assigned to you. So if you did not get that CFA done, CFA stands for Common Formative Assessment, which everybody means, all that means is everybody takes the exact same quiz, because it's common among all of you guys, and it's over standards we've learned in class, and so I can get an idea of where you're at on that standard. So we have talked about main idea 1,000 times, right? So main idea is something that at this point in time you should know. So if I give you a quiz over main idea, you should be able to pass that because we've talked about it a lot. So I give you a quiz on 6th grade level with 6th grade expectations on main idea, for example, something that you guys should all know and be able to do. And then I get to look at those results and say, okay, good, 80% of you guys get it, or only 50%. So that means we need to do some more in class, I need to assign some more through your book, or maybe there's only 4 or 5 of you that don't understand, and that's fine too. I can pull you, I can work with you one-on-one, or Mrs. Greenway can, or Mr. Nee, or we can figure something out, okay? So that is the purpose of that. So it's super, super, super important, not just for a grade, not to get it done just because you need that grade and you don't want a 0, that's important, but it's also important that you get that done because I need that data. I look at it and I use it to help guide what I'm going to continue teaching. Does that make sense? So I know I'm looking funny, like I pulled a muscle in my neck. So it hurts really bad. So if I look at you funny or out of the side of my eye, I'm not doing it to be mean. I just really can't turn my head at certain points in time. My bad. Okay. So any questions on that? So if you did not get that done on Friday, then you have got to get that done today. Okay? All right, so go ahead and log into Canvas because the second thing is I'm going to use quizzes. I've never used it for this before, but I am trying something different because we've been doing Canvas a lot. We've been doing this e-learning thing for a while. So I'm trying to like bring in different tools every once in a while. So go ahead and you're going to log into Canvas and you're going to go to your book and there will be a link that takes you to quizzes. So you're going to click that link, and I know it works because I used it on one of my students' iPads today earlier to make sure this morning. So go ahead and click the link for today. So today's February 1st. You're going to go ahead and click the link, and then it's going to ask you to sign up for an account. So you're going to sign up for an account using your Google information. And then it's going to ask you, you're gonna have to like type in your password, and then it's gonna ask you for your birthday, and you can go ahead and put in your birth date. It'll ask you if you're a student, a teacher. It'll ask you what you're using this for. You guys are at school. Even if you're at home, it's for school. So go ahead and click at school. And then you're gonna go ahead and obviously you're a student. So you fill it out with all the information you guys already know and have. It should say, Mrs. Yanarelli asked you to join her class, decline invite, or accept invite. You're going to accept the invite because that's where all of my quizzes are going to be, right? So if you don't accept the invite to my class, then you won't be able to access those quizzes. So then, after you have accepted my invite, it'll pop up that I asked you to join some other quizzes too, I think, right? And you are going to do the quiz for your book only. Did you accept the invite to my class? Okay. And so it'll say, can I use yours? Thank you. So it's going to say here, if you guys are looking, it'll say recent activity, and then it'll give you a quiz for different things. So the first one is Little Women, it looks like. Bud Not Buddy, Westing Game, Al Capone. The Giver is the one that it looks like it has like the kitty cat. Bud Not Buddy, Westingame has the cover of the book, Al Capone, and so does Corner of the Universe. So you, they all say due in 23 hours. Do you have to do all the quizzes?
No, you just do the one for your
Yeah, you're only gonna do the quiz for your book, all right?
It's like the
So
book.
accept invite, yep. So once you start it, it's like a live thing. You will get feedback, so you'll get the answers when you're done with the quiz. And then also, you should get, you'll see your score, and then it ranks you amongst your friends, things like that. Yes?
Have I ever?
I don't know. Let me look here in a second, okay? All right, so that's what you're gonna do. Go ahead and put your iPads back down. You can just close that out. You're gonna get back on. You'll have time in class to work on it today. But I just wanna make sure that everybody is looking at me and iPads are on your desk, so I know that I have your attention. Perfect. Okay, so I had a few other questions about what you guys needed to do on some of those graphic organizers. Guys, I've been grading them, I've imported them, some of you still are not doing them. How many of you are behind on your work? Anybody of you in here, or are you guys all caught up? Hopefully you're all caught up, okay? So today, your assignment is gonna be pretty short. I'm not gonna introduce you to anything new, because you have the quiz, you have the CFA if you did not get that done, and then your assignment today is I want your feedback about your book and so far what we've done in class, okay? So I want you to think about the 5 steps. I want you to think about the monitoring comprehension. I want you to think about standards 1, which is explicit statement, and then give me details. Standard 2 was finding the theme of something, right? And then the next one was what? Do you guys remember? What? Okay, what was it? Do you remember what standard 4 was? It was the most recent one. Tone, very good. Tone and meaning, right? Which goes hand in hand. I want your feedback on how you feel about these things. I want to know what you're struggling with. I don't want you to say my book is really difficult. All of you guys are reading books on your level, so hopefully they are pushing you, some of you, to be a little more difficult, okay? But I want, do you understand how to apply these things to your reading? What are you struggling with? Are you struggling with visualization? Are you struggling with theme? Like, I want your feedback, so all you're gonna do is I'm gonna put a text box, I'm gonna activate, I haven't activated it yet, because I wanted to explain it first. I'm gonna activate that assignment here in a second. But all I'm looking for is feedback from you. Where are you at? What are you struggling with? Because it's really hard for me with 2 days to get to all of you. So after you're done with your 2 quizzes, you have some chapters to read today as well, but before you get to those chapters, I would really like your feedback, all right? What are you struggling with? Pick 1 or 2 things, or if you feel pretty confident and you're like, I'm gonna rock, because we take iLearn in April. So we have like 2 months to kind of get ready for iLearn, all right? So I'm trying to think of where it is, and I know it's all about the testing, but at this point we do have to start thinking about it a little bit. So I want to know, how can I make it easier for you so that you're not stressed, right? I'm gonna keep introducing new standards to you and some new information to you. So I wanna make sure that you're at least okay with what I've introduced so far. Like, tone is new, we just did it. So if that's something you're struggling with, we'll come back to that, okay? But the other things are things that you guys, we've done throughout the year. So this is your chance to tell me, Mrs. I, this is what I need some more help on. This is what I'm not getting. Okay, so that's all you're doing today. Taking the CFA, if you did not do that. Taking the quiz for your book, your novel only. Giving me feedback on what it is that you are still struggling with. And then you can work on reading your chapters that are assigned to you for today. Any questions? And then tomorrow, feel free to watch the YouTube video again. I'll have the lesson uploaded. So you can't go until like 9:30. Yes?
Where's the feedback?
I just said I was gonna upload it as an assignment in Canvas. Everything is always in Canvas, right? So I just have to activate that assignment. I always put links in your module on that date. Like, I've never not put the link to anything I've expected you to do there. So that's where it'll always be. All right? We good? Okay, you guys can go ahead and start working while I get that activated for you.